Miami at the Los Angeles Rams. You like the Rams a lot on Sunday night. It is not
Yeah, Joe
moved.
Public.
It is not, yeah, it has not moved in their direction as we expected, though.
No.
It's sort of just sitting there. I think the wise guys are coming in Miami.
Yeah,
So I,
they
I
are.
bet, I bet we'll get a lot of sharp calls about this one. Are you reconsidering?
I am I won't make it a slam dunk play as I thought it was going to be, just because if you go back and watch a lot of this Rams team's games this year, that whole deep ball, them open up the middle of the field, they have struggled at like stopping teams going downfield on them. And obviously we saw last week Miami just run the ball down the Bills' throat, and I think that's what a lot of people think about their offense. But I'm still viewing them as a Tyreek Hill, Waddle downfield, pushing the ball downfield. And could they do it against the Rams? I guess maybe that's what the professionals are thinking here. But I just think Miami's a bad team. Like they just seem like such a bad team to me that yeah, Tua earned that cover last week. He drove that field and got that last second touchdown, but that felt like a coin flip kind of game for them to even be covering. Like they got very lucky with a couple calls there, and I think the value is still there on this Rams team. I said it last week. I didn't think the books had given them enough credit. That number should have been -2, -3.5, or -3, I should say. The Rams last week got a little lucky, like we joked about. That was a bad Stafford game. Are you really going to bet on Stafford having another bad game against another bad defense? Miami's a bad defense. So, yeah, a game there I was going to be really heavy on. I'm going to be a little more patient because I have talked to professionals. I like the other side on Miami, but I'm not seeing it. I just think this Miami team, I don't care how desperate they are, they're such a bad team, like just across the board. So, yeah, if it's under a field goal, Chad, I'll still take the Rams here.
We got a really interesting list that we'll get to break down even more deeply on Thursday. I'm sure the wise guys will have a good conversation about what our thoughts are on these games. Like Steelers +3, as Simon says, Cowboys 7.5 is exec decision. We're still looking at Denver. We're still looking at New Orleans. We're still looking at San Francisco, looking at the Colts. That would have been the Simon Says if not for the Steelers. Maybe I talked you into it. But geez, Louise, that Lions team, man, they're tough to figure out.
They're really
Because
tough.
also, it's not even like now they're going to be playing indoors on the kind of field they like to play on. And Amon-Ra St. Brown has caught 30 straight targets.
And again, coming off a bad offensive game, like they only scored 17 points. Like it's just, it feels like a nice spot for them to bounce back. So there must be something I'm not reading right with this line.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out by Thursday.